Hello traders, it's Samurai Trader here. I just want to quickly show you a trade I've just entered. I'm about to do two extensive training sessions, and I've just jumped in early on a T20. Now I've only got a 5 tick stop, which is conservative here, so I'll just put this on hold and wait for this to deliver. Traders, as we can see, I took a bit of heat on this T20. It went through. I then had a reversal T20. However, I stuck with it, and my 4 tick stop, because I got in early, otherwise I would have needed that full stop, kept me on the safe side. So I'm after 5 ticks here, which is 625, getting very close. So as you can see, I'm down to 4 ticks now. It's taken probably about 30 minutes. I'm waiting to get this recording well underway, but I just thought it'd be good to get this underway. Now, what was wrong with this T20? I'll explain in the members video. I jumped in earlier, but as I'll explain on the members video, it's a higher risk trade, so I'll explain that on video 2. Video 1 will be for the general public, the one I'm about to run through, and then I'm going to do a complete breakdown of all of the trades and questions from members over the last 3 or 4 days, plus a number of fantastic trading opportunities. What we're looking at here, traders, is the 233 share bar on the ES. So I might just put this on hold. Come on, no, it's what have we got there? We've got about 75 contracts to get through. Just waiting. Murphy's law is I turn it off and we punch through. Nothing like punching through. So we've been in this line of orders for quite some time, so we should get filled fairly quickly. What you've got to allow for, traders, is quite often you'll go down and you'll touch your order 3 or 4 times and then bounce up and not even get filled. In this particular case, we've been in line for quite some time. There's been a lot of activity at our price level, so hopefully we get taken out fairly quickly. In doing back testing, traders, the safest way, and you can see here, here's my order right here. Let me just get something up here for you. Where's my pointer? So you can see my order sitting here, is to always allow 1 extra tick. And one of the questions that came up the other day in back testing, what sort of slippage should you allow for on market orders? Well, when you're trading a 10 lot, particularly on the NQ, I'd always allow 1 to 2 ticks slip on the NQ for sure, and on the ES 1 tick. If you build that in, yes, 10% of the time you'll get in with no slippage at all, but when you're using market orders, you nearly always will get some sort of slippage. You'll pay a little more. Now what we've got down here, of course, is a potential 89B. So this is always the issue when you hit the 89. Now the buyers keep coming in at this level, and typical, what is it? It's the 89 support here level that we've got. So just waiting for this to punch through, and who knows, it could bounce back up again, but hopefully on the second big push down we do come through on this. So just waiting patiently. So just to repeat, this particular trade is a T20. There we go. We punched through at last. We were very lucky. We got filled pretty much straight away. Some big orders coming to the market there. I think we'll probably see it may even fall away a little further now. So with that being said, I'm about to start the main presentation. Okay, traders, 5 minutes later, 2 minutes later, if you're just wondering what's happened, you can see here that we tick through by 1 tick. We're still hovering around at this level, and in natural fact you've just got a T25 setting up. So let's now get into the main presentation or recording. So I can't remember what I said at the start of this video, so let me just go back to this slide here. So in today's session I'm going to be covering members questions and answers in 2 recordings. recording 1, what does it take to reach master day trader status, and recording 2, I'm going to be covering a lot of specific questions on some of our core trading strategies, the T1, T2, T20, T25, 34 and 89 bounces. These are questions that have come in over the last 3 or 4 days from members, and these will be posted in the members area on my Google Drive. So some of our members still haven't received the link to the Google Drive, so if you are a member, members only please, please drop me a line, but you should have the link by now. So as we get underway, and as per the live trading, of course there is risk in trading. If you are new to my videos, please make sure that you read the risk disclaimer. What it really comes down to, traders, do not trade uneducated. Trade in sim using the simulator until you master the art of trading, and of course don't trade with the rent money. Now everything I'm about to show you and all of the trade setups, of course, are all in the Day Traders Fast Track program. It's the course now covers well over 12 of the world's best day trading strategies. And why do I only charge $197? Because very soon we're launching our live trading room, and I hope that by you seeing how good the day trading strategies are, and they're also swing trading, you want to join the live room as well. So if I can give you the world's best education at the lowest price, you want to trade live with me. And we're getting closer and closer every day. We're just waiting to build up to 100 people to join. Otherwise it pays me just to keep trading, live trading. It doesn't pay me to run a live room. So we're just waiting for the numbers to build, but in the meantime you can build your education with these strategies. So what I want to do is just cover a little bit of psychology. Now I know for some of my members I may sound like a broken record when it comes to this, but I receive emails from traders around the world every day. I do one-to-one coaching with traders. I have Skype meetings with traders, and I get to hear their pain. And of course over 70% of my traders or members that join me have already got 1 or more years experience as traders, and many of them have struggled for years. And my job as a coach is to attempt to turn that around. So we know what trading is. 5% is money management. That is been well under 2% or under as far as risk parameters go. I trade at a 0.5% level consistently because I know that suits my personality and it's safe. 5% is the trading methodology or strategy, and a massive 90% of trading is psychology. That is where our head is, and head stuff has a huge impact of where we go as traders, and where you are mentally has a massive impact also, traders, on how easily or whether or not you do pick these strategies up. Because unfortunately many traders are battle scarred. They've been knocked around, lost 3 or 4 accounts, and unfortunately when it comes to teaching them or retraining them, it makes it a lot more difficult. It's a lot easier to train a brand new trader because I have the opportunity of training them how to trade the right time the first time. When new traders come in, and you know what I'm talking about, it's really hard to break the old habits. It's because we become hardwired. So everything I teach in my program, of course, is all about joining the 5% club. The 5% club, traders, unless you're in the top 5%, if you're after earning a serious income as a trader, unless you become one of the best, you're not going to get there. That's just the bottom line, traders. I'm sorry, there is no easy way getting there. I can fast track you, but it requires some work on your part. Now this is a slide that a number of members have emailed me and asked me if I could re-explain. Yes, this Excel spreadsheet is in the Google Drive, traders. So for members, you can go and download this and play around with it and change the figures. But here, assuming a starting capital of $5,000, earning $200 a day per contract, at the end of 1 week you've got $6,000. End of week 2, 7, 8. Now to achieve 200 a day consistently, you want to be targeting 300 to allow for your down days. And Is that achievable? Well, you betcha. And I'm going to be showing you some spreadsheets and some things from clients in a moment. Some of them though are just in sim, but you could just see just earlier in this video, what was I up? 62 less than brokerage, so up $55 per contract on one trade. And there are dozens of those, as you're about to see in a moment, dozens of opportunities. However, you need to develop your skill set. Now what this shows is by the end of week 25 I'm trading 62 contracts. So how this works, traders, is that as you achieve and build to another $5,000, you start trading a second contract. Now here, yes, I know I'm not allowing you to take any money out and you're leaving it in the program, but what I'm just showing you here, what is possible if you become a master day trader. And when you're at 34 weeks, you're earning $89,000 a week and you've got over $1 million in your account. Now that's with a maximum risk of 1.75% maximum and targeting $200 a day. That is possible. Now if we have a look here, this is a spreadsheet for one of our members, Rick, who was kind enough to allow me to put this up, and I'm about to show you some emails I got from him a couple of days ago. So this is earlier in the month. Well, Ray, I've just completed back testing on the 34B set up for the month. Pretty impressive performance, but you already knew that. And what we can see here is that 82% of the trades for this time period that is tested. Now mind you, this is back testing, okay, so you want to take 5% off. However, with this particular trade, the 34B is very mechanical. It's a very mechanical trade, and there's no real reason, except for maybe a red flag news announcement, why you would really miss that particular trade. It's a very mechanical trade. This is from an email a couple of days ago. Now, hi Ray, just a short note to let you know your recommendation of using the 89 volume chart for trading a CL, that's oil of course, during Globex worked like a dream. Now trading sim last night, so he's doing the right thing. Rick's testing these in sim, and it wants to get 6 out of 6 trades. Now this particular on this market, it will be consistent, a good 80% consistency here you will find. But what it comes down to, and what I wanted to point out here, traders, with the goal here of achieving our $200 a day per contract, there he was he trading 2 contracts? Might have been 2 contracts. Well, there he's up 585 for that particular trading session. Now taking the whole of March on the 34B, he was still at a consistent 82% profitable trades. Now getting back, he romped the 200 a day per contract in. And what was this one here? This is on the NQ, 2 contracts, 10 ticks, target of 10 ticks. Sorry, the other one was on the black gold on CL, 2 contracts, 82% winners and 84% winners. Now there are some rules, of course, on trading that setup within these parameters that is set that members, I'll be putting this and going through this with you, of course, in the members video. But traders, this is only one of a number of strategies, and something that comes up regularly, and this is for my newer traders and even those that are looking at joining and becoming a member, is yes, I teach a wide range of strategies, but you only need to master 2 or 3 to absolutely kick butt as a trader. Let me put the caveat in there that when I say kick butt, I've got to be careful what I say, because some people literally think they can walk in and make a fortune overnight without putting the work in. Traders, you need to learn your craft, and we're going to get to that in a moment, because there's a couple of really important things I know I can help you in accelerating your learning. Now you've probably heard this before, but our doubts become our traders. Our thoughts and actions create our reality. And when we doubt ourselves, traders, we tend to make mistakes, we hesitate, we don't get in on the trades, and this is perhaps the most common issues that I see from traders on a day-to-day basis, is fail to enter a trade, hesitating, moving stops, etc. or perhaps you're in the profit, it ticks back and you jump out, so therefore your win is a lot smaller than what it should be, so your risk reward ratio is out. So these are the things that we need to gain confidence on, and we do that through doing exactly what Rick did on the panels beforehand, in keeping our daily statistics. Now, by keeping your daily stats, statistics provide the evidence and the confidence. Now, if you were to take every single 34 B, your statistics as you go on a trend are going to run out. That is because trends come to an end, and that's something traders, for my members, I'll explain and go through again in the members area or video today. Now, the great Dr. Wayne Dyer, who passed away unfortunately last year, this is something that he said: if you're feeling stuck in life or aren't happy with the situations you find yourself in, take a second look at your thoughts. Are you allowing your imagination to guide you to the things you want? Your imagination is the first place to manifest your ultimate desires. If you can imagine what you want, you can have it. Traders, I know some of you are nodding your head in a negative way, and some of you are probably turning your nose up at me, but this has been my success, and the really successful traders I just know they can achieve it. It's the way they think. The target of $200 a day per contract, that's so achievable if you believe it and if you put the work in, because once again, you've heard me talk about this, traders. There's a big difference between competence and confidence. You need to gain that competence, and you do that, of course, through simulation training to begin with, then eventually live trading. But this is where we're going to start. And for my members, I talk about this regularly, and even if you're not a member, traders, I want you to write this down. Who am I going to have to become to be one of the best traders that ever lived? You have to aim for that top 5%. Write out the attributes of the best, and because that's what you have to do to really get there, because unless you get there, you're not going to achieve it. You've got to do that. Now, the challenge for experienced traders is completely different compared to new traders, because experienced traders, we know that over 90% of traders have failed or do fail. So for experienced traders that are giving it a go again, a lot of them are jaded, and they have suffered psychological damage from trading. And so the skill set you need to initially build is totally different. You need to rebuild your discipline, and that's perhaps one of the greatest challenges, is having you follow through. Because as an experienced trader, instead of thinking carefully about the trading setup, there is a thing that we tend to do, and it's called remembering instead of thinking. It's something, if you study NLP, it comes up regularly that for most of us, we tend to remember situations rather than think about the current situation. There's a huge difference. So the challenge is totally different, and it's something, of course, I'm going to be talking more and more about in this area, because it has a huge impact. So let's start to drill down on a couple of things. So the one reason why few of us achieves what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never concentrate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Now, what excites me about, say, what Rick has done, Rick is really focused on a setup, and he's becoming really world-class at it. And so I asked Rick's permission to use those slides, that email in my presentation today, because the best of the best traders I know, they're specialists. You'll hear me talk about this with medical professionals. Who makes the most money? It's the specialist. It's the gyno, it's the brain surgeon. It's not your general practitioner. So what I really want to encourage traders is that you really focus on, as I mentioned, 1 to 3 strategies, and of course as new members I teach you what those are, and I'm going to be covering those again in today's members video. But become an absolute master at it. So focus on just a few things and do them better than anyone else. Let me say that again. Focus on just a few things and do them better than anyone else. Wax on, wax off. Now that's just such a classic movie, Karate Kid, and of course he questions the great master, why do I have to do this? Wax on, wax off. And I think I read recently that with one of the world's best karate teachers, he was talking about there's only 6 moves that you have to master, only 6, but it's not really how many times you use those. Well, bottom line is I'm getting myself a bit confused here, but what it was really mastering each one of those moves 1,000 times or 10,000 times. That was more important, mastering one before you master all 6, and repetition over a period of time. And I think this is one of the great challenges that traders have, is developing the patience and the discipline to wax on and wax off, become very, very good at just a couple of setups, and being patient for those. So with my program and with my teaching, I teach you the world's best battle-tested, proven day and swing trading strategies. That's actually easy, because traders, I'm going to tell you, I know there's over 100 different day and swing trading strategies that work. I've been researching trading strategies for over 20 years, so I can give you the world's best, but what I can't give you is screen time, is time you sit in front of the PC when the market is active. I can't give you that, so you've got to gain screen time in your own time. I can't teach you, well, I can perhaps or coach you on gaining focus, discipline, and patience, but this is something that you have to do. So these 4 things are things that you need to do, and you need to be really ensure you do it. Now, one little technique that I teach when I'm coaching traders one-to-one and to remain focused is online. Now you can get countdown clocks, is to have a countdown clock for 30 minutes. You've got your clock going out. Maybe for younger traders, you say younger traders, I'm in my 50s, and I can focus really well for 30, but then I need a 5-10 minute break, grab a coffee, whatever, sit back down again. Maybe it's 1 hour, but you have a countdown clock on your PC ticking away, and for that 30 minutes, 1 hour, or whatever it may be, you're 110% focused on that screen, and tick it off. And maybe you have 4 or 6 or 8 of those time blocks that you've got to be focused for, and you mark each one off, and at the end of the day you can see that for 8 30-minute time blocks or 6 30-minute time blocks, you're 110% focused. It's great for your trading discipline, and it's also great for your self-esteem and for rewarding yourself. So you'll hear me talk about, and you hear me talk a lot about, pilots. Now, of course, many people would love to be, both male and female, would love to be a pilot for both the excitement of flying an aircraft. I mean, I spoke to a pilot recently, and he said, look, I get to fly these $100 million, $200 million toys. And a lot of people love to become a pilot because of a lifestyle, flying these great machines, and also the income. So if you want to earn the big bucks, what does it take? Well, you'll hear me talk about becoming a pilot as far as the discipline comes into it, because typically for a pilot to start to or to join a large or start flying a large aircraft, they need usually over 2,500 hours of flight experience, with 1,000 of those of pilot in command. Now, when they go into a simulator to join a major airline, they're usually in the simulator for at least 4 weeks, and a lot of these simulator rides are for at least 4 hours with a 15-20 minute break in the middle. Go to the loo and whatever and grab a quick coffee. Now, they're strict. When you're in this simulator, there is no room for error. That is, you're not allowed to muck around and say, okay, let's play crash the plane. All right, these are serious time periods. You hear me talk every day, every recorded session, about training in simulation, but treat it like you're trading with real dollars, because you're going to hardwire the habits in. This is absolutely critical that you're serious when you're trading in sim. Now, just in reviewing what most pilots do in the simulator, most pilots do at least 76 hours of simulation training or simulator training before they walk upon board a plane and turn left instead of right. And even then, once I've done that, of course they're going to have testing thereafter, sitting in as co-pilot, etc., etc. It goes on and on. So can we relate that or pull that back to our business? Assume you're a pilot trader. Step in to really the shoes of what a master trader would do, or a master pilot, someone that's serious. For many of you, you need to change your personality, and that is possible. Take on the persona you need to of a master trader, of a master pilot. You need to do that, and we start that by working with the simulator seriously, and it's something I want you to really think through. Now, we're nearly finished on this particular video before I go on to the next one, but a couple of things I wanted to talk about just before I close off is this. This is something that I have on my desk in front of me. As a day trader, I'm patient, I'm a sniper, one shot, one kill. A rules-based pattern trader using a combination of trend following, trend continuation, counter trend, and trend reversal strategies. As a new trader, you want to be a trend following trader only. Now, if you study the discipline of a sniper, that's a persona I like to take on, because I've got to be very, very focused, one shot, one kill. How many times do you want to take a shot at a trade hoping it will come off and be a winner? One only, don't you? You don't want to be having multiple trades hoping that they're going to come off. One shot, one kill. So that is what works for me. So what strategies am I going to recommend that you focus on? Trend strategies only until you're consistently profitable. Now, you want to start off with the T20. The T20 is a trend confirmation, and the T20-1 and 2 are basically the let me get this right, just say this again, the first and second and even the third trade after a T20, because what you've got is a brand new trend. So obviously, particularly in a good trend, your first 3 trades are the best of the best. So what are our trend trades, traders? And this is for members, just as a reminder: your T1s, your T2s, your T18, your T25s, your 34 and 89B, and your 34 being the best out of those 2. So this is where we want to start. You want to focus on 1 to 3 of those and build from there. You've got to develop what I call reflex action, where one look at the charts and you can see it in a blink of an eye, which is really important. So traders, all of this and a whole lot more, particularly these strategies I cover extensively in the Day Traders Fast Track program. So $197, you get all of these and full email support, and this leads you into the live room, which is realistically still a month to 6 weeks away. We just got to get the numbers up to justify running a room, because one of the issues, traders, is I'm down under at the moment. I am moving back to the US, but I'm down under here in Australia, so my hours are upside down. So I'm going to have a moderator, a trader, a master day trader, trade with you the first 3 to 4 hours, and I'll come on the second half of the New York session, and we're going to be moving also into the FOREX and the European session as well. But to even become a member of our live room, you still need to own the program, and even as a standalone program, this will be the last program you ever purchase. And one thing on that, traders, once you purchase this, I want to say this: we've got professional traders or traders that continually buy stuff. Stop it. Stop looking on the internet for new stuff. I've been a researcher of trading systems and strategies and programming this for years. You get everything here. Just stop looking once you get the program. Focus on learning the strategies and mastering how to day trade. Thank you, traders. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Go to my website if you don't have my ebook, or even more importantly, go and make an investment in yourself and purchase the Day Traders Fast Track program. Now, for my members, I'm about to go on now and record a number of recap videos recapping a whole range of our trades over the last couple of days, and a lot of trading questions. I've already marked some charts up. We're going to be looking at a whole lot of setups, traders, so look forward to you. So go to the members area on the Google Drive to get the link. Traders, if you're not a member, join and you get access to all of this. Thank you, traders. See you on the next video.